Greetings, vinyl community. First of all, you're going to have to excuse me. I have a bit of a throat infection, which I've been battling for a few days, so my voice has been going in and out. So I'm hoping the voice carries me through this video today. So we're going to soldier on because I love you all. And also, this is a video that I've been wanting to make for a little while now. So without further ado, if you're keeping the score at home, by the way, because of my sore throat, we're not drinking coffee. There's no Farrah Fawcett cream soda in this house, if you saw my last video. If you're keeping the score, we're drinking some Earl Grey tea today. Cheers, everyone. Let's flash back to early summer. The heady days of early summer. We're now in early fall here. I got contacted by a company called vinylstoragesolutions.ca, and all the information will be down there in the description below, asking me if I would like to try out some of their new sleeves that they've patented, and they're very different sleeves, which you'll see in a second. And I think other people have done videos on this, but if you've not seen it, then forget those videos. I said, yeah, I would love to try them out. They wanted to send me a sample, so they sent me a sample. I want to make it perfectly clear that I'm not being paid to do this. I'm not getting, other than the initial sample, I'm not getting anything in return. In fact, the company said, you don't have to do a video about this. We just want you to try them out. And if I didn't believe in the product, I honestly wouldn't be wasting my time doing a video about this. Much like something else is coming up later on in this video. So I just want to make that perfectly clear to you all. Like the acrylic matte, stuff like that. If I don't believe in it, I wouldn't waste my time presenting it to you. So they sent me a sample. They sent me two different kinds of their sleeve. They sent me this is a 2mm gauge sleeve. And then they sent me, for our demonstration today, we're going to use this one. This is a 4mm, very heavy 4mm sleeve. And what's different about these sleeves, you'll see, well, there's a little tab here. It's not that different. Other sleeves have that. But here's the difference. There's a pocket here, and there's a pocket here. So they're called dual flap sleeves. And the sleeves that you would buy off this website, obviously I would not recommend for vinyl, for dollar store vinyl, unless it's a pretty good find. But I wouldn't recommend dollar bin vinyl. I wouldn't recommend it if it's stuff you're going to sell, because these sleeves are pretty special, and I reserve these for my most collectible vinyl that I have, and that's the way I'm going to use them anyways. So there's like I said, there's a flap, a little sticky thing will peel, and then there's another flap here. And I want to show you how these work. As far as I know, they're the only company making things like this, and they hold a patent on these dual flap sleeves. So basically, what we're going to do today, if I don't screw this up, is I have a first pressing Black Sabbath on the Vertigo Swirl label. This is an album that I would say is one of my most valuable albums that I have, to me personally, and think something I want to protect. So I would use, probably in my case, I would use a 4mm sleeve. A 2mm one's fine as well, but this is just what I'm going to use because I have some around here. Basically, it looks like this. You got the flap here, you got this little overhang here. You're going to do this. Front of the cover this way. And if, like I said, if I don't screw this up too much. And this goes over the sleeve like this. Okay. So you got this little flap hanging down now. You take this little tearaway strip, if I can get this off here. There you go. Tearaway sound. And you fold it over. There you go. Nice tight seal on that. Now you might be asking, now you've sealed the album up now, how do you put the vinyl in? This is what the other flap is for here. You take your record, I would recommend putting it sideways so the record doesn't fall out, and you put it like that in the back. So your sleeve is 100% protected. Corners, there's a little buffer on the corners for bumps. Nice snug fit in the bottom. very, very, it's a very heavy gauge. Nice clarity on these too as well. And your vinyl's like that. And if you ever want to play the vinyl, take it out there. There you go. Now, if the question I had initially before I actually gave it 5 seconds of thought is, well, what if I want to look at the gatefold? What if I want to get the credits out? Any kind of inner sleeves, personally, I would probably put stuff in with my vinyl here, like the original Vertigo swirl sleeve that came with this. I'll probably tuck in the back here. But a lot of us like to, read the credits and stuff while you're looking for records, while you're listening to your record, sorry. And that's why this is, you just tear this back off. You can take the cover out and you can put it back in. It's resealable. That is this sleeve here, and excuse me while I moisten the throat. And that's why I think these sleeves are incredibly ingenious, actually. Like I said, and I know there's people out there who argue against putting the records in the back. Some people do believe they cause ring wear. There is a nice 4mm layer of plastic in between your vinyl and your cover, and that's not going to cause any ring wear. That's going to prevent it right there. Also, if you're putting your vinyl so tightly together that you're worried about that causing ring wear in your vinyl, that's probably a storage problem for you. You shouldn't be packing your vinyl so tight. But anyways, that's not here nor there. But in case you're wondering, why don't I like to keep my vinyl on the back of my record? It causes ring wear. Well, you got a nice 4mm or a 2mm layer of plastic in between, which is going to prevent that. So, I mean, I've had these all summer. I've had no issues with this. This is an album that is now perfectly protected. The cover will never get dinged. You can't spill anything on it. It has, like I said, a nice tight seal to it, and I can always open it back up to look at the cover if I ever so choose. So that is what is called their dual flap sleeve, and like I said, that's the 4mm one. And they come 25 a pack, and like I said, they have their 2mm sleeve, which is actually works just the same. I've been using these for a lot of my semi-valuable records, but I've been using them up as I can. If you go to the website, they don't just have the dual flap sleeves. They have a lot of other things. They make them for 7 inches, by the way. They make for 10 inches singles. They make single flap vinyl sleeves, which are just as equally good quality. It's just the dual flap ones I think are just kind of ingenious. And once I use up my outstanding balance of sleeves that I already had in reserve, I plan on placing an order. And the prices are actually pretty reasonable. If you live in the States, by the way, which most of my viewers are in the States, obviously your dollar is worth a lot more than ours, so you're getting an even better value. And there's free, I looked the other day because I do plan on placing an order, and there is free shipping over a certain amount, which isn't very much. I think in Canada, if I order 2 packs, I get free shipping on it. So it's actually a better value if you're in the States. But even if you're in Canada, it's a good value for this quality of sleeve. So I just wanted to show you this kind of this really new innovative sleeve that they put out, the dual flap sleeve. I love it personally. I think it's great, and it's a great way to protect all your album covers from getting dings, spills, and just to yeah, there you go. I've gone on and on about it now. So anyways, that's vinylstoragesolutions.ca is a Canadian company that's making those sleeves. I know they're when I went on the website the other day, a few of their products are sold out, and they keep on selling out. They're replenishing, so they're getting quite popular actually. So I hope if something like that, if you're really kind of extra careful about protecting your most valuable records, this is a great way of doing it, and this is what I plan on doing. I'm going to slowly transition all my very valuable vinyl to these sleeves, and sleep in peace because I know they'll be protected. So anyways, cheers everyone. So I hope I demonstrated that okay. Like I said, I wasn't sent any 7-inch ones to show you, or 10-inch ones. I was just sent the 12-inch dual flap ones, which like I said, fantastic sleeves, good clarity, very good quality. So anyways, that's vinylstoragesolutions.ca if you're interested in that. And tell Nazz Nomad sent you. For no other reason, just they'll scratch their head and wonder who the hell Nazz Nomad is. But anyways, that's the sleeves I wanted to show you. and I'm really excited, and I feel bad putting this video off for so long, but so here it is for you now that I have time. Anyways, the second thing I want to talk to you about really quickly is the importance of using a tracking force gauge. Okay, so I'm going to safely assume some of you have tracking force gauges, and a lot of you don't. You kind of eyeball it. But I've been a turntable vinyl owner for, let's just say, over 3 decades. A long, long time. And whenever I wanted to check the tracking force on my turntable, I usually had a friend who would come over, not for that purpose, but he always happened to have one on him. Kind of like a carpenter carries whatever a carpenter carries, hammer. Anyways, he would always have one on him, so whenever he would come over, he would, oh, let me check your tracking force for you. And so I kind of had that covered. Excuse me. But he hasn't been over in a while. So I noticed something wasn't quite right with my stereo, and I'm a perpetual, I don't know what the word is. I'm always tweaking my stereo, and through tweaking and doing things and bumping things, I suspected the tracking force got thrown off, or the weight in the back got thrown off slightly. So anyways, what I decided to do, I just knew something wasn't right. So it was a really cheap investment. I decided, I'm gonna get my own tracking force gauge, and I'm gonna show you what I got here. Much like the acrylic platter, it's a very inexpensive buy-in. It's $16. Went on Amazon. I'm not including any links for you to click on to make me some money, because I don't do that. You can find this on your own. I decided I'm going to get a styling force gauge and really kind of figure things out for myself. So I went on Amazon, and this one seems to be, for the price range, it seems to be one of the most accurate and one of the most highly rated ones. Is this Neotech Turntable Styling Force Scale Gauge Tester. Right there. Oh, my address isn't on it. No, it's not. Anyways, I don't know what it is in America, but it's Canadian, $16 free shipping because I'm a Prime member. So I got that in the mail last week, and for those of you, I'm just going to talk like there's some of you who don't know what these things are, or you know what they are, but you've never seen one or how it works. So basically, this is it right here. That's what $16 gets you, and it's all you need. It's incredibly accurate. You can recalibrate it if you need to recalibrate it if the weight's off, but it looks like this. And basically the center of your needle, or your stylus, I guess, would fit right in that little black spot. So you'd power it up. If you can see that there. And it comes with a nice leather carrying case, in case I want to be like my friend and carry it around with me on my belt or something, which is ridiculous. But it comes with extra batteries, which you don't need to see there. But it comes with a 5-gram weight to test it on. I was wondering, what the hell is this thing here? It's actually a weight to test it, to make sure it's on its perfect weight, which we'll try right now. Yep, 5. Perfect. Anyways, so that's what it looks like. And like you see the little dot there, you lay this on your turntable platter. Maybe at the end I'll include a photo of it. But like I said, I don't want to pander, or I don't want to talk down to anyone, because I assume everyone would know how these things work. Turn it on, let it go to 0. Put this on your turntable platter. Put your stylus exactly on that black dot. Let it sit, and it gives you a reading. I looked up the tracking force of my cartridge, and it recommended 1.5 to 2, which I thought was pretty light, actually. But so I went online. You can get lost in these vinyl forums, and the consensus is, for the cartridge I use, 1.9 is the ideal tracking force. So I went on, well, first of all, I tested to see what I had, and this is kind of the point I'm making. I was way off, just from dicking around, and just from it, getting bumped, and just things like that. Things turn, and I was way off. It wasn't drastic where it was wrecking my vinyl, but it was enough to be, I was slightly embarrassed. So I was right in suspecting that I needed to have another look at the tracking force on my turntable. $16 investment. It might be the best $16 you might spend just to get some perfect sounding vinyl, or not perfect, but you will drastically improve your sound. So I got mine back down to 1.9 grams of tracking force, and the sound, there it was. I dialed it in perfectly, and the sound was immediately, and I don't mean it was a little bit noticeable, it was a lot noticeable. Yeah, so lesson learned. I should have had one of these long time ago, and I shouldn't have been relying on someone to, you know, do it for me every now and again when they come over. This is something that I'll be using, not every day obviously, but every now and again just to recheck the tracking force, making sure that I'm spot on. But that is what this is. This is the one I recommend because it's cheap, it's highly regarded, and I've been using it for what's today? Today's Tuesday. As I film this video, I got it last Friday, so that's about what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 or 5 days. Anyways, I've been playing around with it, and I dialed it in, and I've been retesting the weight, and it stays accurate. I guess the plus minus is 0.01, so there's a little bit of a plus minus, which I think is in all scales. But I couldn't be happier for a $16 investment. So if you're looking, or if you take my words for what they are, if you want to dial your turntable in just even a little bit better than it is now, check the tracking force and use one. It doesn't have to be this brand. This is just the one I got, and I'm very happy with, that I did get. This is the Neotech Turntable Styling Force Scale Gauge Tester, which is a mouthful. For those keeping, again, if you're keeping score at home, it's the NTK002 series. NTK002 series, for what that's worth. Anyways, I just wanted to pass that along as a lesson learned for you all. Even this far into the vinyl game, as it's called, well, that's what I call it, that there's still lessons to be learned, is the importance of having a tracking force gauge handy. And like I said, I sat back and put on some of my best sounding vinyl, and it was night and day. So once again, cheers everyone. So I'm going to end this video right here. Try it. Trust me. You won't regret it. Anyway, so once again, that was Vinyl Storage Solutions. Were nice enough. I want to say thank you to them for sending me samples of their sleeves. I really do appreciate that, and I think they're absolutely fantastic. Like I said, they make other products too. They make the single pocket ones for those of you who might not like the dual flap ones. I think they're fantastic. I don't know why you wouldn't like them. Anyways, and they also make 7-inch, 10-inch. They make other vinyl accessories as well. So just give them a visit, vinylstoragesolutions.ca, and like I said, pick yourself up a tracking force gauge in a nice leather package. Anyways, this has been David Michael, aka Nazz Nomad, and I hope you've gotten something out of this video. Anyways, I know I don't do non-vinyl fine videos very often, but when I do, it's something I do truly believe in, and I hope you've at least taken something away from this video, positive. If not, you know, at least my voice didn't kick out on me. So anyways, from my good friend Earl Grey, and from David Michael, we're going to say, we're going to bid you adieu for now. We'll take care. Next video, next Vinyl Finds video, by the way, is a really good one. So please tune in for that one. Some really good stuff to show you on that one. So take care, everyone. Peace.